You're so tired of your 9 to 5 and you want to start a business that would make you quit your job and never have to work a day in your life in the job that you don't enjoy. I want to share the exact step that you can take to start a business and start earning money like today. Starting a service-based business is like the easiest way to start a business because all you have to do is just monetize your skills that you have. And for that, all you need is an LLC that you need to open. What I did for my LLC in Florida, I had my accountant basically open that for me, and I don't remember it being more than like $200. It was $150 or so, something like this. And you can open your LLC and open a bank account using the EIN. So that's what you need first and foremost to start collecting money as a business. So the second thing you need is to define what you're good at. What are you gonna offer as your service? Because if you don't know what you're doing, then of course, you won't go anywhere. Who's your dream customer? Who do you like to work with? Because owning a business this is the beauty of owning a business, is like you get to decide who you work with. You're not told by someone like this is what you need to do at this hour. You are your own boss and you get to decide what kind of people you like to work with. So if you already have a skill, like for example, you're a yoga teacher or you're a makeup artist, you are a hairstylist. So let's just say that you have a skill that you use at your job, right? That skill, you can easily make your own company and start monetizing that skill outside of your job and start making real money. Because if you don't own a piece of business, you're never going to be financially free unless you worked 40 years of your life and then saved enough money to put it in retirement funds, and then they're giving you bare minimum. Unless you do that, you're not getting rich selling your time. What you need to do is start selling your skill under your business. So that's when you're going to start to make real money. And so really figure out what, if you are in a position, right? You're looking for a job and you're not finding a job, or you're working a job just to support your family, but that's not making enough money. Really think about it. We need to think differently. If you want to change your position, if you want to change your current reality, it is crucial, it's non-negotiable for you to think differently and take different actions, right? So if you are unemployed, or if you have a job that's not paying you enough, you really need to think what is it that I can provide to the world? What kind of gifts do I have? What kind of skills do I have? Skills are easily monetizable. You are your own commodity that you can cash out as long as you're marketing it right. So yeah, for example, right, when I was in the US, right before my first daughter was born, I was bored out of my mind and I needed to do something outside of my being a stay-at-home wife, doing nothing. What am I doing in a new country? I moved to Minnesota from Japan, and literally I was just in this new apartment by myself, not knowing many people. And I thought I was going to be happy and stuff, but literally I was just so bored out of my mind. And I'm not a 9 to 5 girl. I've been so privileged to be provided for by my father before I got married, and then my husband is also a provider, so I didn't really need to work, and I'm not even the kind of person who would keep a job. So I knew I needed to find something to do, and that's when I started my makeup business. So it was a service-based business. I would do makeup, bridal makeup. And I would charge I would go walk in for 4 hours, and I would do 5 faces, and I would walk out with $600. Soon after, I realized right after I had my first daughter, I realized that this is not sustainable. It requires a lot of physical attention from my side, and I didn't want that. It was it started to feel almost like a labor. Even though I was getting paid really well, even then there was what is that word? There was a limit to how much I could earn. And then also it required my physical effort, which I didn't want, especially, if you're in a position where you're not really needing to work for money and for survival, then I had this option to kind of take a back seat. But if you're looking to make quick cash, right? And then also just start to make extra money in this time where like inflation is really high. This is when I recommend that you cash out your skills. So for me, it was a makeup business. So yeah, like I said, so I had a friend that owned a makeup, like bridal makeup company. And I basically reached out to her. She said, yeah, like we do airbrush. So get your airbrush machine. And like, so this is another thing, like being open to change and being open to like trying out new things. So airbrush machine, like I had never used. So I practiced until I started with her. I was working under like my friend's company, but then I was still getting paid as a business. So figure out. Really think about it. I get so many comments like, oh, please help me. Like, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to sell. You do know it. You just don't sit with yourself enough to really listen to your gut. You think I have the answer for you. You're the one who has better answers for yourself than me even. Like, even if I like, sit with you and like really spend time with you, you are the one who knows what you want, what, just comes naturally to you. Really think about it. It's like, what am I good at? What do people come to me for? What's something I can talk to like strangers about for hours? What do you end up talking about when you're out on a coffee date or something with a friend? That's what you need to start like offering as your service. And then the next thing is like, don't think that you're starting this business to make money. Really try to make a difference in the world. It's like, how are you really making a difference? How are you changing the world around you? And the world doesn't mean that you need to reach like the whole world in order to make an impact. You can really just like, make a positive impact for your small community that you live in, and that's enough. So if you approach your business in a way that you're gonna make a difference, you're gonna provide the service to your community, to your like people in your city, to make a difference in their life, to better their life, that's when you can naturally market your business and not feel icky about it. So really think about it. Like comment down below. I want to know like what did you think after you like paused this video and then thought like what can you do? What can you offer to the world? What gift do you have? I refuse to really like accept that no, like I don't have any gift. I don't know what to do. Doesn't matter what kind of person you are, like you have a gift that you can provide to the world. Number 3 is how much can you charge for that service? Really think about it. Do your market research. Like how much are people charging in your niche and your, for example, if it's a haircut, then how much are people charging? And then price your package according to that. So if you're providing your service in a really nice location, like for example, you just have really nice, like beautiful, like place in your apartment that you can like rent out and then offer your service there, then of course it's okay. It's understandable for you to charge a little bit more than like market average, and you decide your worth. People would pay your price regardless of like, how much it is, as long as they find value in your service. And so how much do you want? How much do you feel comfortable charging? Like, what do you think you're worth? Because like, let's just say for a haircut, like market average would be like $40 or something, and you want to charge $60 and nothing less, then charge that and be okay with it, because as long as your skills are there to match the pricing, it doesn't matter, and don't feel guilty about it, like how much you're charging. Number 4 is we need to work on your limiting beliefs. In this age of social media, the fact that you don't have your credentials on social media just because you're embarrassed, like why are you embarrassed to offer your service to the world? Go ahead and change your social media. What kind of people do you service? This is the kind of people I provide service for. I'm a photographer in Orlando, helping bloggers or helping like real estate agents. Have your niche and really define your message. Like, who are you really helping out in this world? And then be open about it. Tell everyone and their aunt and mother that this is what you're doing, and make that your personality. Because if this like skill comes to you naturally, you want to have it as your brand, then you should wear it like proudly. If you're international, you're on WhatsApp groups, like local like groups, like Facebook groups, WhatsApp groups, even message groups, like whatever kind of groups you are, if it's allowed, put it in there. It's like, I have this group, please join with this link if you're interested in my services. That's when you're gonna start, like seriously, it works. You think like, all of this doesn't work. How do you think all these businesses are surviving? It's because of like word of mouth and also they're marketing their services through like Instagram ads and Facebook ads and TikTok. So that's one thing, right? Like have groups and like tell everyone locally and your friends and everyone you have in your contact list, this is what I'm doing. So, let's get going, right? And then the next thing is like you're gonna start like making content around that subject. So, anything, just show your personality. You are so unique that literally people want to see from you. Like, even if you're like 1 in like 7 billion people, even if the 7 billion people are doing the same thing as you, even then you have a unique voice to like deliver your skill and your everything. So don't ever think like, oh, like, why am I going to start making content? Like, even if 100 people watch your story, even then, like, that's like 100 eyeballs, like locally, that you're reaching for free. Like, it's just crazy. So start making content, like be unique, like, and be fearless. Like, doesn't matter what kind of things people tell you. People's business is to talk like bad about you. So it doesn't matter. Even like look at what you're like, being busy like makes you thrive, right? Not the 9 to 5 kind of busy, but the kind of busy that you choose. The kind of busy that you choose. Being busy is a blessing. And how can you make yourself busy with your business is like when you start talking to people, like make free content, like with goodwill, like, in your niche, how can you help other people with the kind of people that you want to work with? Talk to them, right? And then the third thing is like ads, Instagram ads. Like once you start like, getting like organic sales from like your contacts, and your contacts and your socials, that's when you want to like invest back in your business. That's when you're going to start to like do Instagram ads, your Facebook ads, your TikTok ads. And of course, if it makes sense for you, right? So the company that I work with right now, we do like yacht logistics. So of course it doesn't make sense for us to like do like TikTok ads and stuff. But if it makes sense, like if you're like a hairstylist, yoga instructor, esthetician, whatever the kind of service you offer, as long as your clients are on Instagram, that's when you're going to start to like, spend some money on ads. Because if you don't start to like talk about your service, if you don't reach more people within your local area where you service, like how are they going to come to you? How are they going to know that you have this service? Start your business. Like business is not for like some like smart people. Business is available for everyone. This is so good for the society to have small business owners. So, don't think like you need to have a lot of capital. You can start your business with only like $150 for like LLC, and that's it. And then start your bank account with your LLC like EIN, and then you can start collecting money through like PayPal, Venmo, Stripe, so many different ways of like collecting money these days. Right now, if you're not a small business owner, it's only your fault. Seriously, I'm gonna say this, because if it was like before social media, then of course like you don't have access to so much information like this video, or even like anyone, So if you don't have access, how are you going to know that this is available for you? But I'm literally telling you right now, if you don't have a business of your own, a service-based business, like you are the reason that you don't have it, because you are not allowing it for yourself, because you don't see yourself there. You need to work on your self-perception. So seriously, like you can start a business today, and it doesn't like failure. Seek failure, because this is how you're going to learn things in life. So, start the business and, tell everyone in your community that this is what I'm doing. Like everyone has like 1,000 people in their contact list. Tell everyone, blast it to everyone that this is what I'm doing, and become that personality. And then start the social media, start talking about it on there, like free content. And then there's no way that you're not going to get your few clients. And when you make money from your few clients, that's when you're going to invest it back into Instagram ads, Facebook ads, and all of this. And that's when you're going to start to make a little bit of money. And then once you start to make like a good chunk of money, right? something that kind of covers your day job, that's when you're gonna start to think big. It's like, how can I really scale this? Do I need to open a little salon? And for that salon, like how much investment would I need? Then like you can go to investors or your mom or family or anyone and really show them numbers. Okay, this is what I did alone, and here's how much I profited. Like, would you be interested in investing in this business? And like really collaborate, like reach out to people and like ask them questions. It's like learn from everyone, especially where people like people who have achieved what you want to achieve, go to them. People are literally waiting to help you out. It's only your job to seek out. You are the one who's stopping yourself from like starting anything. If you enjoyed this video, then watch this next, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye bye.